How weird is this? This looks really weird. I like it. So earlier today, I was trying to figure out on ways that I could be creative while doing landscapes, and I was just trying to think of objects that I could use to like bring the landscape to life and just give it more of a creative flow to it. Instead of having a basic landscape where it's just normal, nothing, just like that's it, just the scenery itself. But I wanted to step it up a notch and use like a phone or like a lens ball or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some objects that we're going to be taking photos with and try to do some stuff with landscapes and see what we could do. I'm not too sure on how these photos will come out, but that's just the excitement of this because I just want to see if anything cool comes from these photos. I've done a couple of these already, but I want to show you guys on how to do it and what I do and just all that stuff. Just bring you guys along for the ride on this creative landscape photography journey. So without further ado, let's go ahead, go out to the beach because I feel like that's the best place to do this because it's a great place. Beaches are always good to shoot these type of photos. So we're gonna go out there, shoot these photos and see what I can make of these and try to do something creative. But before we do, I need to get all these objects together. So let's just go ahead and do that and get everything together. So first thing I need to do is I need to grab some items. So what I'm gonna grab is I already have something right here. I have my old phone, HTC M8, M9, don't even know, it's an old phone. I'm using this for reflections because I don't know if you guys can see it like that, but just some reflections type of thing. And then I got a magnifying glass right here because I have an idea with this, going to try shooting something with this. I thought of it randomly, I was like this would be kind of cool, especially for like a beach type of shot, so I'm going to try to do something with that. And then I need to grab this thing, a lens ball. I need to use this, probably use a different one. I got one set by lens ball. This was the first one I had and it's just kind of destroyed. I just don't really use this one anymore. So I gotta find the actual lens ball branded one because that one's way bigger than this. So, all right, so those are the three things I'm gonna use. It's just a magnifying glass, my old phone, and also a lens ball. So I'm gonna get everything else together and then let's head out to the beach and get going. So I'm at the beach. Clearly you can tell by the sand behind me, obviously. But right now I'm walking down here because I wanted to find more of like a fresh area where not a lot of people go and walk because like, look at this. All that's just like mess from everyone. I wanted to have like a cleaner look to it, but the tide is somewhat high. So I gotta find a spot where it's like a good medium of like no trace of anyone walking or anything like that. So that's what I'm doing right now, trying to find the best spot. But don't really want to go too far because I don't really want to walk too far down. Just, I don't know, but I'll find a good spot right here pretty quick. So I'm gonna continue walking down, find a spot, and then catch up with you guys once I get to that spot. All right, so I got to my spot. I'm gonna be setting up on this washed up log, wood tree, whatever. I'm gonna be shooting this direction, that way, because I want to like with the magnifying glass specifically, I want to try to capture that rock way down there. Don't know if you guys can see that. That rock. The one way down there because I kind of want to see if I could get this shot. I'm really curious on how it's going to come out. So what I'm going to do, get my other camera set up that I'm going to be filming on, and then use this camera to shoot the photos because it's my fully professional photography camera that I use, and then I have the G7X for like actually like the behind the scenes type of stuff, and my foot almost just slid in that kind of thing. Anyways, yeah, getting everything else set up. Let's do this. It's starting to get a little bit windy, so it's gonna get even more cold than it already is, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? It's weather, so let's do this. This looks really weird. I like it. Anyways, so I get the magnifying glass out and the camera. So I don't know if you guys can hear me. It might be a little bit windy, but if it's not, perfect. But I feel like some winds are going to be coming in, so it's going to be kind of hard to hear me with this camera, but it is what it is. So I'm going to be shooting in this direction. I'm going to be facing you guys this way once I start shooting and all that stuff, and then get the shot. So I'm going to be using the 17 to 40 for the first shot, and then I'm going to switch it up to the 70 to 200 because looking at this, if you guys just look at it, it's kind of hard to get like get it in focus because it's flipped. So I'm gonna have to shoot another photo, then go to Photoshop, and then just combine the two and just have it work that way. So I'm gonna have to pull out the 70 to 200s, 300s, like the cheapy Canon one, like the kit lens one. So I'm gonna be using that one for the second shot to get the rock in focus for this. So 2 shots, 1 photo. Let's make it happen. Yeah, let's do this. Alright, and now moving on to the 70 to 200, 300 lens. Just try to make this work and get this shot. Alright, so I got done with the first photo. I'm going to be shooting another one once it gets more bluish hours, so that way I can get more colors into the photo for the same shot. But I think it's going to work out great in both situations. So let's do this. Let's continue on with the other objects I have before the sun goes down and get these awesome photos. So let's continue. Alright, so same deal. I'm going to be using the phone for reflection. So I'm going to be shooting towards the ocean, kind of the same direction, but towards like between the sun and the rock, and get that shot, because if reflection on this, I feel like it's going to be good because the screen isn't fully cracked. My iPhone is, so it doesn't really come out as good as I hope it would, but I feel like it can still work with this, so I'm going to try this. Kind of a fail just because I don't think it's a wide enough screen. It's like pretty like, I don't know why it didn't feel like it worked, but I'm gonna have to find that out once I get home and edit these. Alright, so the sun's getting lower, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the other object, which is a lens ball, set it up on this log and get that shot. Alright, so right here I have the lens ball. I'm gonna be setting it up on this log. Don't want to drop the camera. So we're setting up on this log right here and trying to get a reflection with the log details with the scenery in the background. Get it flipped inside the ball, so it's gonna be like a mirror inside of it. So let's get this. Alright, so I think like right here will work. Alright, so that one was fairly easy to go through just because it's super quick and easy on what to do. You just set it up and you start shooting, just get it focused on the ball itself. So I'm going to do, since the sun is lower now, I'm going to get the same shot I had with the magnifying glass and get it this way because I want more colors into this photo, so I'm going to redo that photo and hopefully get some more colors. So I got done shooting that location with that magnifying glass, the lens ball, and the phone. So let's go back to the house and see how those photos came out. I'm more hyped on to see how the magnifying glass one comes out because that's one I just like thought of randomly. I was like, what's something cool that you can shoot? I've never seen anyone shoot with before. So hopefully this is super creative enough where it makes you guys want to go out and try something very similar. So other than that, I'm going to go back to my house and see how these photos come out because I'm really excited about these photos and very interested on how these turn out. So let's go. This shoot was actually really fun to do just because I was able to do something creative, which I haven't really felt this creative in a while with photography anyways, because I've always been going out shooting bland landscapes and I've been wanting to try to make something different and creative with landscapes and see what else I could do. And so the magnifying glass was the biggest part of this whole idea I had because I just thought of it as like this would be a really cool photo to do, to have something in focus within the magnifying glass and everything else around it out of focus, which I felt was pretty cool. So yeah, so without further ado, let's jump into these photos and let me show you guys the outcome of these. So starting off with the very first photo is a lens ball. I got it on the log. I just see how like below the lens ball itself, the log's in detail, and then within the lens ball, it has like the landscape in focus, and then on the background, the landscape itself is out of focus. So it's more focused on the lens ball and like details of the log. And yeah, so that's basically it for that one. Pretty basic. If you guys don't have a lens ball, they're fairly cheap on Amazon or even on their website. You could go to lensball.com. And no, not sponsored at all, by the way. Not sponsored. Wish it was, but here we are. But yeah, they're super cheap. If you guys want to try something new with photography and haven't done that yourself, I really recommend it. You can get a cheap one. Like earlier in this video, you saw the little one I had. That one was like 10 bucks, I think, something like that. Something very cheap. So yeah, if you guys don't have one, go ahead and do that. This next one with the phone, I was really hoping to get more of a pure reflection of it with the phone itself, not have any of the sand in it, kind of have like the water, like the hillside, just like be a pure reflection, make it so you can't see any sand whatsoever. But this is how it turned out. I'm still kind of happy with it on how it turned out. It's not the best photo, but I'm just happy with the outcome of it because it was kind of hard with that phone for some reason. I just couldn't get the reflection. Might have been the focal length I was shooting at, but I was shooting at 40, so I don't really know why it would not work because I shot one like at 24 before, and it worked perfectly fine when I used my iPhone before it was cracked, so I don't know. But yeah, it's always just cool to try something like that. It's always fun to shoot with your phone as a reflection because it could give off some new type of ideas that you never thought of before, and it could just go on from there and all that fun stuff. So yeah, nothing really too special about the phone one, but if you guys have your phone on you and you want to try something creative, just pull it out and just put it up to the lens itself and try to get a reflection shot. Alright, and so for the final one, with the one I'm most happy about, is the magnifying glass. So this was a composite of 2 photos. I used the 17-40, which I'm filming on right now with, and the 70-200-300 kit lens from Canon. I kind of want to upgrade to the 70-200, trying to save up and get that. So that's the next lens I'm getting. Just little sneak peek for you guys that on the next lens I'm going to be getting. But this one came out way better than I thought. The background of the landscape is out of focus. I got my hand and the magnifying itself in focus. That's what I used the 17-40mm lens with. Then I took the other long lens to get the rock in focus that's inside the magnifying glass itself. So it looks like you're just pulling up the magnifying glass and just zooming in on the rock in the distance. So this shoot was actually really fun. If you guys haven't done anything creative like this, I really suggest you guys go out and do it. It's fairly easy to do, even with just your phone. If you don't know what to shoot and you're out shooting, just pull your phone out, do the reflection thing, or just try to think of anything creative that you could use, or just go around your house, use like a water bottle, cut it up, and then shoot through the water bottle with the lens and try something like that. I was going to do that, but I just decided not to because I just didn't feel like that would be a good photo, just to me at least. But I mean, it could be cool. I haven't done it yet. I might have to do it in the future, but we'll find out. So without further ado, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys did like it, be sure to drop a like, comment down below, and let me know any other creative ideas that you guys have, or if you've done anything creative, comment down your Instagram and I'll go and check you out to see what creative photos you have done. And also subscribe if you guys are new with post notifications turned on. I'm trying to upload weekly again where I make photography content. I still want to do some skateboarding on the channel, but I just don't know how often I'm going to be able to do that. But for right now, it's just photography, so I'm going to stick to that as much as I can and try to upload weekly. Going to try to upload twice, but right now it's just weekly. I'm just sticking to that because that's what works for my schedule at the moment. And also remember to always keep creating, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.